Thanks so much for choosing my beginner guitar course. Today we're on lesson 16. You my deskmate. Last lesson we covered Palascar's strong and weak beat pattern, plus arpeggios and the basic strumming pattern. Today we're mainly putting last lesson's content into practice. I've simplified this song a bit by putting it in the key of C. The original song is actually in the key of D. Since this is only lesson 16 Haaretz, we're just getting started. So many songs here are simplified for you. This song has a few new chords. Let's open page 48 of our book. Here is the sheet music for this song. Before I explain, I'll play the full demo for you. Listen to how it sounds.
You who used to cry the most. Even the teachers don't remember. You who never got the answers right. I was flicking through some photos and remembered you, my deskmate, who ended up with the sensitive you, who read your diary, who put up your long hair, who made the dress you wore to wed. You were always so careful. You kissed my worn-out razor. You once casually said you liked being with me. Back then, the sky was always so blue. The days seemed to pass too slow. You said we'd cheer at graduation. In the flesh, we went our separate ways. Who married the wistful you? Who held you when you cried? Who pinned up your long hair? Who made you a wedding dress?
La la la. Let's draw the two chords and then explain them in detail. First, let's take out the chords we'll be using. The first one is the C chord. I haven't learned the C chord before. That's because we learned the C May 7 chord before. The C chord is just a variation of the May 7. Then place your index finger on the first fret of the second string. Don't play the sixth string because it's marked X. Sorry Mia, this is the C chord. The second is the M chord. We've already learned it. The third chord is F, and we need to focus on this one. That's because the F chord is actually a bar chord. It's what we commonly call a full bar chord. It's the hardest chord for beginner guitar players. If you can master this chord, then all the other bar chords won't be hard anymore. I've got two ways to play this chord for you. The first is the standard fingering. Or if you find it too hard to play, I'll also show you a simpler way. You can go with the simpler version if you want. Is this bar chord? Let's look at the chord chart first. Let's form the chord first. First, our index finger needs to bar all 6 strings. We've already covered how to read it. Now our middle finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Now our ring finger goes on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Place your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Once all your fingers are in position, this is the F chord. The first time you play it, it might not sound right. You might get a sound like this. We'll fix it step by step. First, many students just focus on their index finger and trying to make all 6 strings sound. Actually, so you don't need to. Press down with a tight fist. Let's take a look at the 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings, which are pressed down by these 3 fingers. So notice this. No matter how I move or position my index finger, it doesn't affect the sound of these strings. So if your 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings don't ring out, not because of your index finger, these 3 fingers aren't pressing down hard enough, your pressure isn't balanced. Our index finger just presses the 1st and 2nd strings. Since 1st and 2nd strings are open, Press first fret on these two strings. Just press and play it. Try if you should play the 6th string too. All 6 strings should ring, but since we're beginners, we can simplify things a little. We'll skip the 6th string for now. The tab shows 432,123, leaving out the 6th string. Remember to focus on the first 2 strings. If you can play it like this, you've mastered the chord. Now just practice switching smoothly. If it's not working, don't worry. It's okay. This is totally normal. This chord usually takes a few days to master. Understand me if you find this chord too hard to play. I want to get the song playing quickly. Use a simplified chord. Now let's go over this simplified chord. Simplified F chord. Just place your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Press the 1st fret on strings 1 and 2 with your index finger. Then don't play strings 5 and 6. Listen. They're the same. Actually, Auni, the notes you play are the same. It's just simplified. Okay. Some of you might run into this with the simplified version. The 1st and 2nd strings not ringing out. Here, try adjusting your hand shape. Adjust your index finger a bit. See if you can get it to ring out. You don't need to press the strings with your fingertip flat like this. Maybe that just makes you tense. You can tilt it a little. Use the side of your index finger. Try pressing down with this part. Make sure the note rings clearly. Okay, so this is the 3rd chord. The 4th chord is the G chord. We've learned this one before. We'll also use an M chord. We've learned this one too. So if we master the C and F chords, we'll have all the chords for this song. So what's left for us to do? Let's slow down and practice accompaniment first. Let's focus on the first 4 bars. That's C, M, F, and G. Let's give them a quick play. Try playing in C and G. Check the tab. 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. For M, it's 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. F goes 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. G's pattern is 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Done. Now we need to play smoothly. Let me show the simplified. You just need to switch chords, measure by measure. And play them smoothly and continuously. Then it'll be easier to play along with your singing. Okay, you've got to take it step by step. Let's check out how it fits together. Since it's basically an 80s pop song, the playing part is pretty simple. You'll see the melody and chords almost perfectly match, like this. And it matches up with playing almost one note, minus press a note. It's almost like that. But later, it's different. We've already covered these. We've practiced playing a few songs. You don't need to force it like this anymore. Just play it with your own rhythm. Now let's find the key for this song. This song is in the key of C. We've learned the C pentatonic scale. We can play it by reading the sheet music. This is how we play it. Then you'll be able to find and sing the note. If a girl's singing this song, she'll need to use this. By the end, most people just can't hit those notes. So I suggest you just put the capo on the 5th fret. Now once it's on 5th fret, play it like this. After placing capo on 5th fret, your F chord will actually be a lot easier to play. Some friends might ask if I am a girl. How do I find my key after placing capo on 5th fret? When you put the capo on the 5th fret, what used to be the 6th fret now becomes the 1st fret. Once you place the capo on the 5th fret, it acts like your open string. Then the 6th fret becomes the new 1st fret. Ankled. It's like moving this part of the string to here. It's exactly the same. You play it the same way. This is the key you'll sing in. Once you do that, you are basically singing in F. But you might not get it right now. No need to worry. We'll explain how to use the capo later, in detail. We'll cover this in later lessons for male students. If you want to sing in the original key and get the authentic sound, you could put your cap on the 2nd fret. You'll dub the same way as on the 5th fret. Now I'll show you how to play without a capo, because everyone's voice is different. This is for most students. For some, putting the capo on the 2nd fret actually makes singing harder. Okay, let's go through it, step by step.
The verse from beginning, will you remember tomorrow? The diary you wrote yesterday? Will you still the you who used to cry the most? A tone.
The earlier parts don't need explaining.
They're all ordinary. Will you still be thinking of? That's your name. Look, the one who used to cry the most.
F is 432, G is 632. They make up one measure.
You who once cried the most.
Now switch to this ear.
You who once cried the most.
Here, we need to switch our fingers. The left hand changes mainly around here.
The second section, 飞啊念 rushed. You can't quite get it. I just happened to flip through some photo. That's when I remembered you, my desk mate. It's the same. That's when I remembered you, my desk mate. When playing MERS.
Dum dum. That's the rhythm it has.
Horse. Caress switches to C chord. Tame dame
Like M. Keep following the tablature.
Who's climbed all those mountains? Chase tuition. Or read your diary. Let go of your long hair. Who made your bridal gown? This is the chorus.
Then we move on to the next part. It's you used to be very careful. The rest is mostly repetition.
You used to be careful.
It repeats the verse again.
And then near the end.
Let's check page 49. The chorus repeats here. In the original song, that's the part which modulates later on. But we don't need to get into all that just yet. So the tablature I prepared for you has no key changes. You can play it all using the cipher shape. Just follow the tablature step by step. We don't need to repeat this later. If you can play through page 48, the one I just talked about, and then page 49 is just a repeat. No new material. So we don't need to demonstrate it again.